Hi everyone, I'm Yumu from Susan's family. Today, I'll teach you how to make the blue and white joy pillow blanket. This blanket is divided into Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, and the zipper parts. Please note that it's not easy to undo the yarn in the finished product. You can start by using yarn from home to learn the crocheting method. Then use the original yarn for crocheting. Let's start with Section 1. It includes the she character motif, the la character motif, motif edging, corner triangles, corner edging, and overall edging. Let's begin with the she character motif. We will start from foundation chain and work back and forth. First increase stitches, then decrease. There will also be color changes in the process. Different stitch colors correspond to different yarns. Finally, add slip stitches for decoration. Several crochet stitches will be applicated, all of which are marked on the chart. I won't list them all here. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with a foundation chain. Take the yarn that matches row 1. Pay attention, the actual project uses two types of yarns crocheted together. Take one strand of each and combine them. Treat it as a single strand of yarn. For convenience in watching, I'll demonstrate with one strand of cotton yarn. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Start by making a knot. Hook 1 chain stitch. The beginning chain is complete. Move on to the first row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Then, in the first chain stitch, pick up the top half loop and make 2 double crochets. One treble crochet, yarn over twice, insert, draw the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat this 3 times. The treble crochet is complete. The first row is completed. We will consider the side with clearer texture as the right side of the piece. Move on to the second row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Turn the work counterclockwise. The beginning chain corresponds to the edge stitch. Make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Pay attention, on the wrong side. The stitch is located at the top left. Then pick up the stitch to the left and correspondingly make 2 double crochets. Finally, on the turning chain, pick up the 2 strands of the topmost chain stitch. Work 2 double crochets. And 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat this 3 times. The treble crochet is now complete. The second row is also finished. You can take a look. This row has 4 more stitches than the previous one. Remember, the turning chain counts as one stitch. Continue to the third row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn your work. Work 2 double crochets into the edge stitch. Then pick up stitches correspondingly and work double crochets. At the end, on the turning chain, pick up the top 2 strands of the chain stitch and work 2 double crochets. And 1 treble crochet. The third row is now complete. For the following 4th and 5th rows, follow the technique used in the 2nd and 3rd rows. Increase stitches at the beginning and end. Remember to start each row with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Work a treble crochet at the end. Add 2 stitches at both the start and end. Everyone, complete this section. Next, work on the 6th row. Start by increasing a stitch first. Then work 5 double crochets, and switch color on the last stitch. By the time you reach the 5th double crochet, start with an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is now complete. Next, switch to the yarn corresponding to the red stitch pattern. For the actual project, use 2 strands of yarn together as 1 strand for crocheting. The sample uses random colors here. You can pull yarn from both the center and outer part of the skein. Use them combined as one. The sample will continue demonstrating with a single strand of yarn. Pay attention not to pick the wrong yarn. Start by leaving a little yarn tail. Place it on the wrong side of the fabric. Hook out. Adjust a bit. That completes the double crochet and the color change. The stitch of the double crochet is still in the original yarn color. Below, use the new yarn to crochet 8 double crochets and switch colors on the last stitch. While crocheting, keep the yarn tail and original yarn on the wrong side of the fabric. Crochet while wrapping them in. Try to make sure there are no visible traces of the thread on the right side. When you reach the 8th double crochet, start with an incomplete double crochet as usual. Yarn over. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is now finished. Next, place the new yarn on the back side of the fabric. Gently stretch the original yarn to prevent it from tangling inside. At the same time, pay attention to stretching the fabric piece to ensure its flat and neat appearance. Hang the original yarn properly. Hook out. Adjust a little. That's how you complete the color change. Continue crocheting with the original yarn below. Pay attention here, you can check the starting position for the next row of red stitches. It's 1 stitch outward. You can bring the new yarn to the stitch position here. The new yarn won't be used afterward, so just leave it on the back side. Keep crocheting normally to finish this row. Row 6 is now completed. Move on to crochet row 7. Start increasing stitches. Then correspondingly crochet 6 double crochets and switch colors. The color changing method is the same as before. Pay attention to placing the unused yarn on the wrong side. Bring the new yarn over. Draw through. Make sure the carried yarn on the back stays close to the fabric. Ensure the piece remains flat. Continue with the new yarn for 2 more stitches, then switch colors again. While crocheting, don't forget to wrap the original yarn. Switch back to the original yarn on the second stitch. Crochet 6 double crochets and switch to the new yarn. Make sure to wrap and bring the new yarn over. When switching to the new yarn, remember that, for long carried yarns, stretch it a bit. This ensures the fabric stays flat. There won't be repeated reminders moving forward. With the new yarn, crochet 2 stitches and switch back to the original yarn. Use the original yarn to finish this row. Pay attention to the starting position of the next row with the new yarn. Bring it to the corresponding position. Then place it on the wrong side. That's how you finish the 7th row. If the yarn gets tangled while crocheting, make sure to untangle it in time. Continue with the 8th row. Start increasing stitches here. Crochet 7 double crochets and switch the yarn. Simply pull the new yarn over. Ensure the carried yarn is close to the fabric. Then crochet 2 stitches with the new yarn, and switch back to the original yarn. Crochet 8 stitches and switch to the new yarn again. Crochet 2 stitches and switch back to the original yarn. The starting position of the red stitches in the next row does not extend outward. There's no need to carry the yarn. Simply complete this row with the original yarn. That completes the 8th row. For the 9th row, switch and crochet according to the previous method. Everyone can now complete it. Next, I will demonstrate the 10th row. Start increasing stitches. Then work double crochets. Crochet until you reach the position of the new yarn from the previous row. You need to crochet 2 more stitches to reach the color change position. Here, wrap and bring the new yarn to the corresponding position. Then switch colors. Continue crocheting while referring to the chart. Finish the red stitch positions. There is no red stitch in the next row. Just place the new yarn on the wrong side. Crochet all the way down this row. The 10th row is now completed. Continue with the 11th row. Directly crochet using the original yarn. Pay attention when you reach the position of the new yarn. Check the starting position of the new yarn in the following row. Bring it to that position. Stretch it a bit after bringing it there. Place it on the wrong side. Continue to finish crocheting this row. The 11th row is now completed. Take a look. During the process of switching colors, the yarn you switch from should always be placed on the wrong side. Carrying the yarn also happens on the wrong side. Try to keep wrapping close to the wrong side when handling the yarn. This ensures the right side looks neat and tidy. Both ends are crocheted using the original yarn. So when crocheting with the new yarn in the middle, make sure to wrap the original yarn. When crocheting with the original yarn in the middle, you need to wrap the new yarn. When starting to crochet, based on the beginning position of this row's red stitches, decide if you need to carry the yarn. At the end, according to the situation of the next row, determine whether or not to carry the yarn. For a row without color changes, you still need to consider the next row's color change starting point. Determine where to carry the yarn. Everyone follow this method. Refer to the previous demonstration. To finish crocheting row 15, pay attention. After completing row 15, you can measure the height and width of the triangle. Compare it with the data provided in the chart. If there's a significant difference, you need to adjust your crochet tension and recrochet the following rows to avoid affecting the final dimension. Below, I'll demonstrate row 16 with a sample swatch. Start with 2 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Turn your work. Skip the stitch under the turning chain. Work 1 DC2 tog on the left 2 stitches. First, correspondingly make 2 incomplete double crochets. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops in once. That completes the DC2 tog. For the middle section, continue with double crochets and switch colors. On this small sample, we won't switch colors. In practice, everyone should follow the pattern chart while crocheting. When you reach the end and have 2 stitches remaining, work 1 DC2 tog. First, correspondingly make 2 incomplete double crochets. Then, Work 1 incomplete treble crochet into the turning chain. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat this step twice. The incomplete treble crochet is now completed. Finally, yarn over and pull through all loops. The DC2TR tog is now finished. Row 16 is now complete. Continue to row 17. Start with 2 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn your work. Work 1 DC2 tog into the first 2 stitches on the left side. First, make 2 incomplete double crochets. Finally, yarn over and pull through all loops. The DC2 tog is now complete. Continue working double crochets and switch colors at the corresponding positions. When you reach the end with 3 stitches remaining, work a DC2TR tog. First, make 2 incomplete double crochets and 1 incomplete treble crochet. Finally, yarn over and pull through all loops. The DC2TR tog is now finished. No stitches need to be worked on the edge chains. Row 17 is now complete. Continue with the stitch pattern from row 17, decreasing on both sides. Keep going until you finish the second to last row. Pay attention that after completing the red stitches, leave about 5 centimeters of the new yarn and cut it off. Here, I'll demonstrate the method for weaving in ends using a sample swatch. You can weave in the tail following the same color texture. Try not to let any visible stitches show on the right side. You can weave in the yarn tail a few more times if needed. Trim off the excess tail. Everyone, refer to the pattern and finish this section. Finally, I'll demonstrate the last row using a sample swatch. Start with 2 chain stitches for beginning chains. Turn your work. Crochet 1 DC3 tog into the 3 stitches on the left side. First, correspondingly make 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all the loops once. The DC3 tog is now complete. Break the yarn. Crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave a 5 cm tail and cut the yarn. Pull tight. That's it for the last row. Finally, crochet slip stitches at the color change areas for decoration. Take the corresponding yarn. Use just 1 strand of yarn. The sample swatch has random colors. Make sure the right side of the motif is facing up. Here, I'll use the top section as an example. Let me demonstrate the technique. Insert the hook into any stitch along the edge. Then work slip stitches corresponding to the left. There's no need to tighten here. If your tension is too tight, you can stretch the loop slightly before crocheting. This will help keep the fabric piece flat. When you reach the side position, insert the hook at the color change junction. Try to cover the color change marks as much as possible. If the edge isn't smooth enough after switching colors, try to adjust the insertion point. This will make it look more attractive. Follow this method to complete the entire round. After finishing the last position, stretch the loop. Leave a 10 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Thread it onto a sewing needle. Pass it through underneath the starting slip stitch braid. Then pass it back through the braid where the yarn tail is located. Adjust it a little. This way, the seam won't be visible on the surface where you finish the stitch. Tie a knot on the wrong side, and weave in the end. Make sure to hide the other yarn tail as well. The slip stitch decoration for this section is now complete. Everyone can follow the same method to crochet the edges of the other sections. That concludes the explanation of crocheting the she motif. Next, we will crochet the la motif. The crochet technique is similar to the she motif. The only difference is the character formed by switching colors. Everyone refer to the chart and follow the previous demonstration to complete the crocheting. After finishing the last row, break the yarn. Similarly, add a slip stitch decoration on the right side where you switched colors. Make sure to complete it. That concludes the explanation of crocheting the la motif. Next, we'll learn how to crochet the edging for the motif. First, crochet in rounds around the la motif. Then, crochet in rounds around the she motif. And on the last round, join it together with the edging of the la motif. The new stitch used here is single crochet. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Take out the already crocheted la motif. Here, I'll use a swatch for demonstration purposes. The color is not relevant for reference. Join the yarn at the last row of stitches. The yarn for the swatch is chosen randomly. Everyone, remember to refer to the pattern when selecting the yarn. This won't be repeated later on. You can make a knot. Crochet out a loop. Adjust it a little. Joining the yarn is complete. Then, make one chain stitch as the beginning chain for the single crochet. It doesn't count as one stitch. Hook another single crochet in the same position. You can gather the yarn tails together as you go. Then, on the last row's edge, work 2 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet in the stitch position between the 2 rows. For the cluster stitches on the side edge, work 2 single crochets. Repeat this process. Evenly crochet 3 single crochets along the edge of each row. After completing the decreasing section, you can also insert the hook based on the actual situation. In the end, just evenly crochet the corresponding number of single crochets. Once done, refer to the chart and check the stitch count. We consider these single crochets as one side of this round. Then work 2 chain stitches. This will represent the corner of this round. Next, on the edges of the first 15 rows, correspondingly work single crochets. The insertion point should be symmetrical to the right side. The last stitch can be worked into the starting point. Work another corner after that. Following the method for sides and corners. Finish this round. When you encounter yarn tails, remember to gather them. After completing the last corner, work 1 slip stitch into the starting single crochet stitch. Make sure to pull this joining slip stitch tight. Cut the yarn. The first round is now completed. Move on to round 2. Join the yarn at the hole of the right side corner from the previous round's yarn tail. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Then pick up each stitch and work corresponding single crochets. Don't forget to work the slip stitch at the spot where you insert your hook. When you reach the corner position, work 1 single crochet into the hole of the corner. Consider the part that has been crocheted as the edge of this round. Then chain 3 stitches to form the corner. Continue working on the next side. Mind that you start with a single crochet worked into the space. End with a single crochet worked into the corner's hole. The second side is now completed. Follow this method for crocheting the sides and corners to complete the round. After finishing the last corner, work a slip stitch into the starting stitch, then fasten off the yarn. The second round is now complete. The edging of the le motif is finished. Next, we will crochet the edging for the she motif. The first round is identical to the first round of the le motif. The second round is also the same. Just remember to connect at the second corner. Everyone, refer to the chart to finish the second side of the second round. The swatch has already been crocheted in advance. Next, connect at the corner position. Start with one chain stitch. Remove the crochet hook from the le motif's edging. Draw a loop through the chain space on the right side of the yarn tail. Note that both fabric pieces should have the right side facing up. The orientation of the characters should be consistent. You can also adjust the orientation according to your preference. Then, crochet 2 chain stitches. Finish this corner, and the connection is now complete. Continue crocheting normally to finish this round. End with a slip stitch, and fasten off the yarn. That concludes the explanation of crocheting the motif's edging. Next, let's learn how to crochet the corner triangles. There are 4 on each motif. They are all on the edge of the motif's edging. Crochet from right to left. You will need to switch colors during the process. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crochet method. Here, I'll use a small sample swatch for the demonstration. The right side of the fabric should be facing up. All other corner triangles have already been completed. I'll demonstrate the method using this side's corner as an example. Start by crocheting the first row. Locate the middle single crochet stitch on any side of the motif's edging. Then join the yarn on the third stitch to the right of it. For the sake of convenience in viewing the sample, I'll randomly choose the color of the yarn. Then work 1 chain stitch. Skip 2 stitches on the left side. Crochet 3 double crochets in this stitch. If the yarn tail can be woven in, try to do so as much as possible. Chain 2. And then crochet 3 double crochets. On the left side, skip 2 stitches and work 1 slip stitch. No need to pull tight. Break the yarn. The first row is now completed. Continue with the second row. At the joining position on the right side of the previous row, skip 2 stitches and join the yarn. Work 1 chain stitch. Then, in the chain space, where the previous row started, crochet 3 double crochets. Carry the yarn along as you go. We will consider these 3 double crochets as one leaf. Continue with 1 chain stitch. In the chain 2 space, crochet 1 leaf. Then crochet 2 chain stitches. This will serve as the corner. Continue crocheting symmetrically, that is, crochet 1 leaf in the same space. 1 chain stitch. In the hole formed by the slip stitch at the end of the previous row, crochet another leaf. Continue with a slip stitch, skipping 2 stitches. Break the yarn. If it's difficult to weave in the yarn tail later, you can hide it in the same color area. The second row is completed. For the following rows, follow the same crochet technique as the second row. Join the yarn at the corresponding number of stitches apart from the right side of the joining spot in the previous row. Crochet 1 chain stitch. Then pick up the hole from the previous row and crochet a leaf. Use 1 chain stitch as a transition between them. At each corner position, crochet 2 chain stitches. After completing the final leaf, slip stitch across the corresponding number of stitches and fasten off the yarn. Pay attention to the joining and slip stitch positions for some rows. Only skip 1 stitch in these cases. The number of stitches skipped at the beginning and end might differ. Make sure to refer to the chart and avoid crocheting incorrectly. After completing everything, there should still be 1 single crochet stitch remaining on the right side. There will be no stitches left on the left side. Refer to the pattern to finish it. Complete the other corner triangles using the same technique. That concludes the explanation for the corner triangles. Next, we will crochet the edging around the corner triangles. Crochet around each completed corner triangle. Then sew together at the seams where the motifs meet. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Here, I'll show you on the side with the she motif. Join the yarn in the middle of the 2 chain spaces in the upper right corner triangle. Chain 3 as the beginning chain for double crochet. This counts as 1 double crochet. Work another double crochet in the same chain space. Then work double crochets evenly into the stitches and chain spaces. Note that you only need to work 1 double crochet in each chain space. Finish crocheting the leaf position on this side. Work 2 double crochets in the hole formed by the slip stitch. Chain 3. Then, on the other corner triangle position, work 2 double crochets in the chain space. Then work double crochets evenly into the picked up stitches and holes. Work 2 double crochets in the 2 chain spaces. Consider the stitches we've already crocheted as the edge. Below, chain 2. Consider it as a corner. Continue crocheting the next side. Pay attention, these 4 double crochets on adjacent sides need to be worked into the same hole. Follow this method to finish the entire round. Take note when you reach the connection point between 2 motifs. The chain braid should be placed below the connection position. Everyone, please be mindful not to make any mistakes. After completing the last corner, on the topmost chain of the beginning chain, slip stitch and fasten off the yarn. The edging for the corner on this side is now completed. Work the other side using the same method. Be mindful of the connecting edges. The middle chain should be placed underneath the connection point. Everyone, complete it after finishing the corner edging. Next, sew together the adjacent sides and corners. Cut a length of yarn, about twice as long as the sewing position, plus a little extra. Thread the needle. Start by securing the yarn on the wrong side of the right corner. Then come out through the chain stitch slightly to the left of the corner. Pick up the half loop on the outside like this. Then exit through the middle of the chain stitch slightly to the left of the other edging corner. Match up the motifs. Be careful not to twist the connection point here. Then go back to the previous exit point of the current corner. Insert your hook. Exit through the left starting chain. Place the yarn tail on the wrong side. Follow the texture and hide it properly. Insert into the exit point of the top corner. Come out through the middle of the left stitch. Pick up the half loop at the back like this. Continue in this way, inserting the sewing needle into the stitch out position. Exit through the next stitch. Do the same on the other side. After sewing a few stitches, tighten the yarn. Be mindful to keep the fabric flat. Continue sewing downward. Tighten the yarn after sewing a small section. When you encounter a chain stitch position, pick up strands and sew together in the same way. Keep the joining point on the top as you continue. Sew the one chain stitch on the right side of the ending corner. Take the yarn to the wrong side. Tidy up the fabric flat, then tie a knot and weave in the yarn on the wrong side. This completes the sewing of the corner edging. Finally, do the overall edging. Crochet counterclockwise in rounds around the outside of the corner edging. You will need to switch colors during the process. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Join the yarn in the chain space on the right side of the corner edging yarn tail. First, work the first round. Start with one chain stitch as your beginning chain. Note that when you start crocheting in rounds with a single crochet, you always need to make one chain stitch as your beginning chain. This won't be repeated in further instructions. Work one single crochet in the same stitch. Work one single crochet in the chain on the left side. Then pick up the stitches and work corresponding single crochets. When you reach the position of the 3 chain space, work 1 single crochet into it. Then insert your hook into the corner space of the second round of the motif edging. Work 1 single crochet together with the previous round's chain braid. Continue by inserting your hook into the chain space of the previous round, and working 1 single crochet for all subsequent chain spaces. Follow this method to crochet. Continue picking up stitches and working corresponding single crochets. Work 1 single crochet in the corner position. We will consider the already crocheted stitches as the short side of this round. Then crochet 2 chain stitches. Consider this as the corner of this round. Continue crocheting along this long side. The starting part of this section is identical to the short side. Don't forget to connect the corner of the motif edging. Finish the stitch position before sewing. Crochet 2 single crochets in the left side hole. Work 1 single crochet at the seam. Crochet 2 more single crochets in the next hole. Continue crocheting using the previous method. When you reach the corner position, make 1 single crochet inside it. The long side is complete. Then do 1 more corner. Following this process, continue crocheting the remaining edges and corners. After completing the last corner, finish with a slip stitch at the starting single crochet. The first round is complete. Continue to crochet round 2. For this round, work into the front loops only. Slightly enlarge the loop. Then make a chain stitch. Next, on the chain stitch slightly to the left of the right corner. Pick up the front half loop and make 1 single crochet. Then skip 1 single crochet. Pick up the front half loop of the next stitch, which is the strand closer to you, and make 5 double crochets. We will treat these 5 double crochets as one fan pattern. Continue to crochet 1 single crochet, skipping 2 stitches in between. Pay attention to picking up the front loops only. This won't be mentioned for each step going forward. Follow the pattern of skipping 2 stitches and alternate crocheting fan patterns and single crochets. Work all the way down the short side. After completing the last fan pattern, skip the remaining single crochets on the chain stitch slightly to the right of the corner. Pick up the front half loop, and make 1 single crochet. We will treat the already crocheted stitches as the short side. Continue with 2 chains, which will count as the corner. Move on to work the long side. The method is identical to that of the short side. When starting with the single crochet, mind that it's worked into the chain stitch. Pay attention, at the beginning and ending, only skip 1 stitch. For all other stitches, skip 2 stitches. Continue crocheting. For the last single crochet, pick up the front half loop of the chain stitch and crochet. The long side is complete. Continue in this manner to work the entire round. Finally, finish with a slip stitch on the starting single crochet stitch. Cut the yarn. The second round is complete. Move on to the third round. On the previous round, join the yarn at the middle double crochet stitch of the fan pattern on the left side of the yarn tail. Make 1 single crochet. Chain 1. Work 1 double crochet on the left single crochet stitch. Chain 1. And 1 double crochet. We will treat these 3 stitches as 1 double crochet cluster. Crochet 1 more chain. Following this method, alternate crocheting single crochets and double crochet clusters, with chain 1 for transition in between, after finishing the short side. Once the last double crochet cluster is completed, crochet 2 chains to form a corner. Continue crocheting along the long side. The method is identical to that of the short side. Follow this method to complete the entire round. Finally, at the slip stitch join spot from the previous round, finish the short side. Lastly, make a slip stitch on the starting single crochet, and fasten off the yarn. The third round is complete. Finally, work on the fourth round. Join the yarn at the slip stitch join spot from the previous round. Make one single crochet. In the middle hole of the left side double crochet cluster, crochet 2 double crochets. One chain stitch, 2 double crochets. One chain stitch, and 2 double crochets. We will consider the stitches worked in the holes as a large fan pattern. Below, work single crochets into the single crochets. In the middle hole of the double crochet cluster, crochet the large fan shape. Continue alternating and working downwards. Pay attention, after completing the last single crochet on the short side. In the hole of the left side double crochet cluster, make 2 double crochets. One chain stitch, and 1 double crochet. In the corner hole on the left side, make 1 double crochet. 1 chain stitch, 2 double crochets. 1 chain stitch, and 1 double crochet. Continue by working 1 double crochet into the middle of the left side double crochet cluster. 1 chain stitch and 2 double crochets. We will consider this group of stitches at the corner as one corner of this round. The stitches on the right are considered the short side position. For the next corner position, we need to work into the corner hole from the previous round, and the double crochet clusters on both sides. Crochet this corner, and for the side positions follow the short side pattern. Work single crochets and large fan patterns. Refer to the chart and crochet the entire round. After completing this last corner, join with a slip stitch and break the yarn. Hide all yarn tails on the wrong side. This completes the edging for the entire piece. Section 1 is now complete. Next, let's learn Section 2. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise over Section 1. You will need to switch colors during the process. Please watch as I demonstrate the exact crochet technique. Start with the first round. Locate the first round of the overall edging. Find the chain stitch position to the right of the slip stitch. Join the yarn on the remaining back loop. Make 3 beginning chains. Work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Then, insert the hook into the back loop of each single crochet, and work corresponding double crochets. The first stitch here is the slip stitch, where you insert the hook. Don't miss it. For the already crocheted area, pick up the small horizontal bar on the back and crochet correspondingly. After finishing the short side, work 2 double crochets into the back loop of the left chain stitch. That is, the position for single crochet is the corresponding half loop at the back. We will treat the already crocheted stitches as the short side. Crochet 2 chains for the corner. Continue crocheting the long side. Use the same method as for the short side. Refer to the chart, everyone. Finish this round. After completing the long side, crochet 1 chain stitch. Work a single crochet to connect on the starting chain. The first round is complete. Move on to the second round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Make 1 double crochet in the same space. Work 1 double crochet on the left side beginning chain. Below, skip 1 stitch, and correspondingly make a double crochet. Both sides have 1 chain stitch as a transition. After finishing the double crochets position of the short side, make 2 double crochets in the chain space. Complete the short side. Then crochet 2 chains to make a corner. For the following long side, crochet using the same method as for the short side. Everyone, refer to the chart to finish it. For the final corner position, crochet 1 chain stitch. Use 1 single crochet to connect. The second round is complete. For the following rounds, continue crocheting while referring to the pattern chart. Please pay attention. In the 5th round, for the short side beginning and ending single crochets, you need to skip 1 stitch before crocheting. For the long side, there's no need to skip any stitches. Special positions are all marked on the diagram. When you crochet to the position of this red stitch pattern, you need to refer to the chart to check the position. For these rounds, the short side beginning and ending positions, the number of double crochets in the corner chain spaces differ from the number of double crochets at the long side beginning and ending positions. The starting position of the pattern also varies. Everyone, refer to the pattern to complete it. Note that the sample chart is only for explanation. Please take the actual project you received as the standard. When you encounter the color change position, pay attention to switch colors according to the color chart. While crocheting the last few rounds, you need to measure the dimension. Compare it with the final dimension of section 2, provided in the chart. If there is a significant difference, you need to adjust your tension and recrochet the last few rounds. This is to avoid the connection of motifs being unattractive later. That concludes the explanation of crocheting section 2.